A single deal was just signed that could literally reshape the entire future of AI. And yeah, it involves a jaw-dropping amount of money, but the real story this week, it's not about the cash. It's about a desperate scramble for something way more important: control. Okay, so just look at this number for a second. That's over $100 billion. And get this, that's the estimated price tag for a single deal between Meta and the chipmaker AMD. This is not just some big purchase. No, this is a major move in a new kind of global arms race. But here's the thing. As insane as that number is, the hardware it buys, that's just the battlefield. The real war is being fought over who gets to steer the incredibly powerful AI minds that are going to run on all that hardware. And the biggest breakthrough this week gives us a brand new way to do exactly that. So what if you could actually find the little knob for deception inside an AI and just, turn it down? Or find the lever for safety and crank it all the way up? Well, a new method promises to do just that. But, and this is the important part, there is a critical hidden flaw in this new power that changes everything. And we're going to reveal exactly what that is at the very end. All right, so for years, the most powerful AIs have been this huge paradox, right? We built them, but we couldn't fully explain how they worked on the inside. They were, for all intents and purposes, a black box. Think of it like having this brilliant but totally mysterious partner. You give it a task, you get an incredible result back, but the why behind its decisions? Complete mystery. And that unpredictability, that lack of control, is the fundamental problem that everyone is racing to solve. And this is where a wild new breakthrough called concept steering comes into play. The idea here is that concepts we get, like honesty or deception, aren't just abstract ideas to an AI. They actually have a specific identifiable pattern or signature inside its neural network. This new method gives us a way to find that signature and, for the first time, directly turn the volume up or down on that specific concept. So how in the world does this work? Well, researchers use an algorithm to basically play a game of spot the difference with the AI. First, they feed it pairs of prompts, say one that's honest and one that's deceptive. As it processes them, the algorithm watches the AI's internal brain activity and learns the unique signature. They call it a concept vector. And once you have that, you can apply that vector during a conversation to push the AI towards or away from that concept. And this is where you see the central conflict, the double-edged sword. On one hand, you can use this to make AI way safer. Find the safety vector and just amplify it. But on the other hand, someone else can find the refusal vector, the part of the AI that says, sorry, I can't answer that, and create an anti-refusal vector to completely shut down its safety guardrails. It's a tool for the builder, and it's a tool for the breaker, all in one. So now that this new power to both control and corrupt AI is on the table, the real-world scramble for dominance has just gotten more frantic than ever. Let's take a look at the high-stakes moves being made by corporations and governments right now. Which brings us right back to that $100 billion deal. Meta is buying enough AMD GPUs to eat up to 6 gigawatts of power. To put that in perspective, that is the output of multiple nuclear power plants. The real signal here is that the biggest players are terrified of having to depend on a single supplier like NVIDIA. They are building colossal, redundant arsenals for this AI race. And this scramble isn't just corporate. The AI lab Anthropic, which is famous for its intense focus on safety, is apparently in a standoff with the Pentagon. See, Anthropic wants to restrict its AI from being used for combat, but the DoD is demanding contracts for all lawful purposes, which is a direct clash between a lab's safety ethics and the demands of a nation-state. And here's the really crucial point. While all of these battles over hardware and ethics are raging, the technology itself is not slowing down. The AI models are getting exponentially smarter, like right now. Google's Gemini just doubled its reasoning performance. Anthropic's Claude is getting way better at complex tasks. And xAI's Grok now uses a whole team of internal AI agents to debate answers before it even responds to you. The tech is not waiting for us to figure any of this out. Okay, so with all this chaos, the insane money, the ethical battles, the accelerating tech, how do we even make sense of where this is all going? Well, there are two massive trends that cut right through the noise and tell us what's coming next. The first, and honestly most important, is what people are calling the agentic shift. We are moving past AI that you simply talk to, like a chatbot, and we're entering an era of AI agents that actively work for you, booking your flights, managing your calendar, doing complex multi-step tasks all on their own. And everyone from OpenAI to Alibaba is racing to build these systems. The second key trend is that this incredible power is democratizing, and it's happening fast. As this chart shows, while the huge proprietary models from places like Google and OpenAI are on the cutting edge, the free open source models are catching up at an incredible speed. This means that the capabilities that were exclusive to billion-dollar labs last year could very well be running on your laptop next year. Which brings us all the way back to that secret we promised at the start. So, what is the critical flaw in concept steering, that new power to control an AI's mind? Well, it isn't a technical bug. The flaw is its incredible efficiency. It takes less than a minute on a single commercially available GPU to find and apply one of these concept vectors. And what that efficiency means is, well, it's profound. It means the tools to make AI safer and the tools to make it more dangerous will now advance at the exact same speed. For every new safety vector that gets discovered, an anti-safety vector can be created just as quickly. This isn't a problem we can just solve once and for all. It is a permanent cat-and-mouse game between control and chaos. So, as we enter this new era of autonomous agents and democratized power, that leaves us with a really important question to think about. What is one real-world task, maybe in your job or in your life, that you would absolutely not trust an autonomous AI agent to handle all by itself? Let us know what you think down in the comments.